Hey everyone. I know my eyebrows look hideous. I'm in the midst of growing my eyebrows back. I'm trying to wait as long as possible before I try to get them done. And if you see me looking up, that's a bad habit. That's me trying to track my words, make sure I'm not saying the wrong thing. Um, Things that are on my mind that I know I need to take care of, like I know I need to start paying these bills. I put them off for a long time, partly because I was trying to so-called finish college, um, along with having, like certain things coming to money that came to me that I didn't feel like I felt like paying bills because personally, up until, 2022, when I got out the army, I had a pretty good credit score. And then, slowly every time I was pushed out certain areas, I would either use my credit cards or whatever to pay stuff off. And I had somebody tell me today, like, having debt is a good thing. But then if you have too much debt, people will talk about you because they'll say you're not handling your business, you're not paying your bills. So personally, internally, I purposely put some things behind what is really important. Are you going to stress yourself about paying stuff? Because you're going to keep paying stuff as long as you know, are working, alive, trying to achieve something. So I was like, what's really important, what's not. Don't mind the wig. I ordered this wig, but I haven't really tried to like wear it properly. And I had a bad face breakout, which is not as bad as it has been in the past. But I'm working on taking care of that. And then I have a missing tooth on the side. Where is it at? Right there. So I have a dentist appointment to get that fixed, or upcoming dentist appointment to get that fixed. You know, Things that I've been battling with are comparison of like people comparing me to certain family members in my life that honestly have been there for me, have helped raise me, um, that have experienced way more things than me in my generation. And, it really hurts me when I'm compared to a particular individual because I know that they experience things differently. Um, I've been having issues lately with like colorism because people feel that because I'm a lighter skin tone that um how can I say this, that like things come easier to me, or they purposely make things hard for me because of colorism. And I mean that within the Black community, um, which is really sad and it really hurts me because I have a brother that's darker skin tone. I got family members that are darker skin tone. I've dated men of darker skin tone. I've had women, Black women that are my friends or have been my friends of darker skin tone. And it's never crossed my mind to say, I don't want to be friends with you because of your skin color, or um, thinking that I have some beauty complex when it comes to myself. And personally, I just knew, just to clarify this, I just knew, put yourself together when you go different little things that, you're told about. Um, I've been struggling with that. Like I said, people thinking that, I've been told that I'm a dirty bitch by somebody that I thought was a friend at the time. Um, when I had voiced concerns about like pain that I had in my body, like people thought that I was lying or, getting mad at me because I got out the military or, thinking that uh, just different little weird things that people that I known that were in the army as I was going through the years that got out. I wasn't mad at them because they got out the army. I was like, good for you. Don't have no kids. I don't have no baby to take care of. I didn't know how the Veterans Administration worked, as far as like how they take care of, prior service members. I had no idea. I just knew like do some certifications. So I got like, certain certifications. I got certain types of background check ID cards, little things that I'm not going to talk about. And, I'm just dealing with like all these things. And then I also have weaknesses too. Like when I got out, like maybe I should have stayed in and practiced like my Excel worksheet formulas for specific jobs that I had taken, working in certain roles. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut because they already had a system going. Um, like I have a small frame. I'm not ashamed of my body. I'm out of the army now. Like I don't mind working out, but that's just not my thing to be outside. I ain't trying to be like outside all the time or, working out all the time because I did that. I know if I have to do push-ups, I can do push-ups if I need to. If I need to go run 2 miles, I can go run 2 miles if I have to. But just for me to just be wanting to be like working out all the time and being strong all the time, I did that. I know right now, like people probably wondering like, what am I doing every day because I don't have kids? Well, I sleep, I wake up. If I got dishes to clean, I wash them. If my shower needs to be clean, I clean it. If my clothes need to be washed, like I said, I wash them. If I want to go out, downtown or, whatever, I do it. If I have a list of things I need to take care of, I do it. I'm back, trying to order all my clothes and all my stuff. My sister-in-law just had a baby, another one. So I have a little nephew. So I got to order him some baby clothes next month. I ordered me some really cute shirts from Shein. I don't really be, shopping online all the time because I like to try on clothes. But I got these really cute, like velvet shirts. I guess that's the trend right now for the winter. That's what they're trying to push. Today I went and made me an eye appointment because I was telling her when I'm texting, I don't know if it's my fingers on the cell phone or if it's me, skipping words when I'm texting. But I don't like wearing glasses because if you put them down, they cost so much money, then you got to buy some more. So just trying to like take care of stuff, but the issue that I'm having right now is just like I took a back seat. I didn't try to pay everything like I normally do. I didn't try to make sure my credit was looking great. I just kind of honestly just stopped caring. I was like, what does it feel like to stop caring? What does it feel like to indulge, like really indulge? So now I gotta, after December, because that's the holidays. After December, I really have to, get my life in order, and stop, you know, sitting down as like the women inspirational groups are saying, girl, get up. But I was walking home from the coffee shop the other day, and this older man, I ended up walking with him. And I guess he did prior service. He told me he did he served for like 1 year, 2 years. He went to Korea, and then they, or if I know you're a man in uniform, but you kind of act like a baby, like I'm not gonna feed into like your childishness. Like, I'm just gonna be like, hey, am I talking to you like that? Why are you talking to me like that? I'm not your wife, I'm not your girlfriend, I'm your coworker. Just leave it at that. I didn't go in the Army looking for anybody to hurt me. I didn't go into the Army looking to prove how tough I am. I didn't go into the Army thinking that, like I had balls. Like when I came out of my mom's vagina, they say it's a girl. you know. So I didn't go in the Army trying to investigate what was going on post or nothing like that. I was like, I'm showing up. We got a job to do, or there's inventories, there's this, there's that. I to school, at different time periods when I felt like there was downtime. But I personally didn't try to like dig for anything, as they say. And I'm the type, and I'm going to be upfront with you. When bad things happen, I don't sit in it. I'm not going to sit in SHIT. I'm just not. And there were times where I experienced stuff where people really wanted me to sit in it, or they sent people to talk through them, meaning that instead of them saying it to my face themselves, they would send somebody else as a messenger. And yeah, I probably would cry, but then the inside of me, after I did meditation, after I looked at the players around me, and I don't mean players like as in like men or women, vice versa. I mean like a game, like the players on the board, the football game, the baseball game. You got the pitcher, the catcher, the one that knows how to make a home run, all those things. I started realizing like, don't feed into the drama. Like even when people would make me mad and I would call my friends and I'd be like, so and so did this, or I would call my mom, so and so did this. And then, after a while, I was like, these people are doing this on purpose because they want to get a reaction out of you. So what are you going to do? Now that I'm 37, like today, when I went downtown and I was looking around, they got some artwork. I noticed, sorry, I was eating some fried okra. So I noticed downtown where I'm at, there was two pieces of artwork, and one of them was some granite, and it went from the ground all the way up, kind of crooked like a pathway up to the sky, and then it stopped, and you looked up at the sky. So, I had to stop and internalize that. And I was like, woof. I was like, the older I get, the more I learn. And I was like, this is a lot to take in. And then, I had to go take another pregnancy test because I'm about to take Accutane. You can't see it right now on camera, but my blemishes and stuff from my breakout that I had was pretty bad. And when I went in there, it's a women's center. It's really pretty. They had diapers, they had baby clothes. I guess they do consultations for women. I thought it was really nice because I'm at that age right now where I'm like, even if I don't stay with somebody, I'm like, I can basically take care of a kid by myself, praying that, the daycares don't try to take my money when they decide to go to daycare and all that stuff. But just, sitting in my thoughts, I ordered a TV stand from Amazon. It never showed up. They said they're going to credit me back the money. I was like, that's fine. But I do like that TV stand, so I'm going to order it again. And hopefully it'll get delivered and I don't have that same issue. Got some eyelashes coming. I never really wore eyelashes. I always did mascara. And I guess the reason why I did mascara is because I don't really like certain things touching me because it starts to itch. And I'm not sure. One time I got some eyelash serum and I'm not sure if it was the eyelash serum. It was something I used and it made me break out in hives. And so it was that. And I tried to wear eyelashes one time for a military ball. And I just never liked, anything on me up here for like a long period of time. So I said, I'm going to try one more time. And then I've been looking at some eyelashes, jewelry, all that. And just to clarify, I don't have no Botox or anything injected in my lips. These are my natural lips. Now, I did try to get Botox in my forehead before because something was making me like really wrinkly. I don't know if it was the heat. I don't know what it was, but my forehead was looking wrinkly. And I was like, I don't know if it's because I'm frowning a lot, like when you go like this. But I was doing that a lot and I said, that's not good. So I tried it and I was like, wow, this stuff really works. But I've never had no injections in my cheeks. None of that, I just tried Botox for the first time and I was like, wow, this is cool, And then, I've been accused of like being a boy. I guess that kind of like, I don't know what's going on in today's world, but like, I guess I don't have like double D's. I'm from the outside looking in, I'm flat chested or whatever. So, this is me. But just, different little things or, how my body is shaped, probably like ET or alien or, whatever. But yeah, I gotta start working and I gotta stop sitting down. So I'm not gonna say I'm soaking, but I guess I'm just watching where my feet are. I got told basically like I don't need to do a YouTube video to validate my worth. And I'm like, you know what? I have hid my face for a long time. Like I said, I'm not the prettiest person in the world. I'm not the smartest person in the world. None of those things. Like honestly, I should not even be on your threat list because I'm not anybody to be afraid of. What else? Try to do my nails tomorrow. I'm glad it's gotten cold because the spiders are going away. I put some spider traps around where I live at to see if something's going to catch because I feel like sometimes I hear something tapping around or something moving. So I was like, if it's a spider, to get stuck on there and then I can see what it is. The other thing is I need to get me a pet. But since I finally kind of got settled, and hopefully I don't have to move again, at least move by myself with a lot of stuff. I want to get a cat, but then I don't want to deal with picking up the litter. And then Which if I get a cat this time, I'm gonna get the self-cleaning litter box and put it outside, and then they could go outside and go to the bathroom. And then I was thinking about getting a dog, but I think I need to start out slow because I'm building myself back up. And I was like, if I get the cat, then I can get a little small dog, and then they could be, together, and they won't be alone. So that's only thing that's going on with me right now. Um, I'm gonna try to see if I can get a job doing taxes because I've done taxes before. And after January, it'll be tax season and everybody be happy. So I'm gonna see if I can get a job doing taxes, and then because I've done taxes before, I have a certificate showing that I've done taxes, and I know they take you back, through the training course to see about doing taxes. So I'm gonna try to do that, and then um, I seen the new UGG. They look like Vans, but they're Uggs. They're not like the UGG boots. I really think those are cute. Those are nice, and I don't know how bad the wig is. But until my hair grows back, I guess I have to wear a wig. There's nothing wrong with wearing the crochet, but um, I just feel like, between stuff touching my skin and stuff like that, I'm just trying to do process of elimination. Um, and, I wanted to talk about like friends in the army. When I was in the army, I think some people felt like I wasn't there for them like I should have. But I'm not going to say I thought those friendships were temporary, but I just had to kind of just put my trust in myself because I didn't know if those friendships were going to be long term. And, people were getting married, having kids and stuff like that. So I didn't really personally try to say, like, oh, you're my best friend. Because I have friends right now that I talk to all the time or check in on, and they'll tell me so and so is my best friend. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Um, Hopefully when I start back working again, I don't let, nobody intimidate me. I don't have imposter syndrome. I actually do my job with no excuses. Um, Weaknesses that I noticed about myself. Um, Try to get out the door on time. um, Try not to like so-called drink coffee at work. I'll just have my little coffee before I leave. Because I don't know, you just have to do some research, but I know that, like drinking coffee is kind of like it's a drug, but it's not regulated, and it's euphoric, and it unlocks certain things in your brain cells. Um, so I'll leave that there. But I'm just trying to get myself together. Hopefully, moving forward, I don't have any more issues. Um, I'm studying for a test that counts for college credits that I need to take, which I'm going to get off this YouTube live because I kind of wanted to talk to somebody, but I don't have anybody to talk to. So um, I'm just trying to, keep it together. Hopefully, when I get the glasses, I don't lose them again or anything like that. Um, Next month, I'll try to get me like a chemical pill just to, speed the process up for what I got going on over here. Oh, and the other thing, going backwards, when I was walking home from the coffee shop and the older gentleman that was walking with me, I'm really tired of like people saying stuff like, black folks this, white folks that, or, this and that. But, at the end of the day, all Caucasian or white people are not racist. All black people are not thinking that the opposite is racist. I feel that, people just have bad interactions, and so they get put into these categories that last forever. And, at the end of the day, you can't dwell on what demographic doesn't like you or um, didn't reach down and help you or feel intimidated by certain groups, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be there, whether you recognize it or not. And when I was in the Army, I guess for me, I didn't try to figure out who was a part of what group. All I cared about was, did the job get done? Did anybody get hurt? So when he said that to me, I was like, is he trying to set me up just to see what I'm going to say? Because sometimes I pause when people say something. I'll be like, oh, yeah, like that. But that's not how I personally feel, because I don't want my brain thinking like that all the time. And I don't want to, I just don't want to be like that all the time. It's tiring. Like, you know. So I got to start working. Didn't know my neck was, ET-ish or whatever. But I got to start working, and I'm just going to pull myself up. I'm tired of being pulled down. I'm tired of somebody in the shadows trying to teach me a lesson. Like, I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I I just don't feel like dealing with none of that. Now, if you want me to go live in a lower area or not have a car or not have a good credit score, things that the world preached to you that you should do, have a good credit score, work a job, take care of yourself. Now I'm being made to feel like I'm a crackhead. I don't even do drugs. Like, nothing against anybody that wants to do that. That's on you. I don't do that because this is how big I am. Okay? I am little, and I don't like that feeling. I barely don't even like taking prescription drugs because it makes you black out or like in a daze or slow or slumped. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get through my day, being like that? Yes, I have slight anxiety because now recognize certain things and I'm like, am I seeing what I'm seeing or am I delusional? I'm being made to feel like I have dementia or that I can't remember stuff because I do things on my own timeline, or I categorize things in certain boxes because I don't feel like they're as important at the moment. So it's just a bunch of stuff. But I'm here, I'm alive, I'm trying to take care of some stuff. I probably need to start dating, um, or, out with the old, in with the new. Hopefully, whoever I end up with, maybe it's, more genuine. Um, I just don't want to be living in a daze or feel like every time somebody comes around me, they're trying to test me to see where my mental capacity is, because I'm exhausted, because I can see it from a mile away. And don't know what's going on with my eyes because I never really paid attention to it because I can see the difference, you know. But I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll holler at y'all later.